Hello! So in this nice little, I'm hoping to keep it like 3-minute video, we are going to be talking about circumstances. And I think this was super prevalent because I've had 2 tests this week and I'm currently like super involved in the research that I'm doing. I do a lot for that, which is great, and I'm really excited for it. However, it takes a lot of time. So for my 2 tests, I was very much so like, could I have studied more? Yes, but like reasonably with time and like maintaining myself as a person, probably not. So one of them I did well on. The other one I have tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. But at the end of the day, I think it's really important, like my point of this is being that I have to take into consideration the fact that I have things outside of class. So yes, class is super important. I want to do well, but at the same time, I'm working on bettering myself outside of the classroom, and I'm getting that research experience, and I'm being like the president of a club, and I don't know, I have to go like grocery shopping and stuff like that. So it's important to look at all of that and not just be closed-minded into the fact of like, oh, you have to do well on this test. Like, yes, I would like to do well, but I also would like to do well outside of biothermodynamics. And that's why my kind of key point in this is just like minding your own agenda. I think that like I know I have my own agenda, and I know the person next to me has their own agenda, but they are such different like focuses because we all have our own backgrounds on where we come from. We all have our own things that mean a lot to us, and we have some things that may not mean a lot at all. And so we're gonna focus our efforts into the things that do matter to us, the things that we do want to try to excel in. But that's not the same across the board for everybody. So I don't think it's fair that we kind of look at other people and we're like, oh, well, like you could have done better, or like, oh, like, wow, like you did so well, like so you're such a, like such a nerd. Like, well, some people would rather do really well on their tests, and maybe like they don't, maybe their circumstances are different than yours. So maybe they were able to do better than you, or maybe they didn't do as well as you. And at the end of the day, like, we're trying to be better than ourselves. We're not trying to knock other people down. So I think that it's important that we just mind our own agendas and just focus like on what's right here, right? It's like you need to better yourself before you can kind of like nag on the person next to you for not allowing them to fully better themselves. Really know what people are going through emotionally or with their family, which can be tied to emotion, sometimes not really. I've been harping a lot on the whole like emotional aspect, but that's because I think it plays such a key role in our lives and we barely acknowledge it, which is, I think, terrible. You're never really going to catch me not being honest with you or like really telling you how I feel like it is. And sometimes like I feel the need to apologize because I'm like, wow, like that was just really brutal. But at the end of I'm like, no, I'm not really sorry for that because you know how exactly how I feel. That wasn't really tied into minding our own agendas. But once again, let's just focus on minding our own agendas.